My kids were asked, where's Auntie KaBria? I didn't know how to explain to them where she was.
KaBria Arnold was genuinely loving. She was bubbly, giving, and had a beautiful spirit with a bright future ahead of her. KaBria shared a love of softball with her family. KaBria played softball at Detroit Renaissance High School for 3 years. That's where she was voted team captain and also given the Most Valuable Player award. KaBria used those talents to land her a scholarship to go to college. That's when she would then enroll into being a public health major with plans of becoming a registered nurse. Unfortunately, KaBria plans would be halted due to events that would take place on November the 10th, 2019. These events would change the lives of KaBria, KaBria's family, and her friends forever.
Like, daily would go through all the things that we would talk about.
The pain of losing a sibling too much to bear.
I just really picture the conversations that we would have.
KaBria Arnold's family shattered after the 20-year-old U of M Dearborn student athlete was shot and killed last Sunday near Bentler and Pilgrim. Her family says she was pregnant at the time of the murder.
The hugs, the holidays, her newborn baby.
Let me just start by saying that over the last several weeks, we've just had too much violence.
During a news conference, Detroit Police Chief James Craig says they've made 2 arrests in the case. A 24-year-old woman and a 28-year-old man are now in custody. KaBria's family says the man was an ex-boyfriend that KaBria lost interest in. The woman, now in custody, is romantically linked to KaBria's ex-boyfriend.
KaBria had already left the situation when she found out about it.
A long time ago.
A long time ago.
No, she was running away.
She was isolating herself away from
Yeah.
the situation.
KaBria's father simultaneously heartbroken and relieved about the arrest.
It wasn't a feeling of joy because she's not going to walk through that door.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, they won't be able to do it to no one else.
He's also grateful to Detroit's finest.
And they told us from day one, we're not going to stop. This is top priority. And they lived up to their word. And I thank them.
I love you so much.
Nearly a month ago, an emotional vigil honoring KaBria Arnold. She was found shot to death laying in the street at Bentler and Pilgrim Streets.
Stay strong. Stay strong.
Paige Arnold is heartbroken over her sister's death.
She always helped me out when I didn't have anything for both of my pregnancies and the pregnancy that I have now. She always had my back.
KaBria was a student athlete studying at the University of Michigan Dearborn with dreams of becoming a nurse. Her mother also revealing she was pregnant.
So we lost 2. We're naming the next baby after KaBria. So she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere.
Initially, Arnold's murder was a mystery, but this woman, Gabrielle Brantley, was arrested and charged with murder. Investigators saying this may have stemmed from a love triangle. Her family, though, says she was no longer involved with the man in the middle, so they still have questions as to why KaBria was killed.
I just want to know what her last moments were about. That's all that really matters to me.
She denied involvement, correct?
Defense attorney Lillian Diallo trying to show the judge there was no proof that her client, Gabrielle Brantley, gunned down 20-year-old KaBria Arnold and her unborn baby in Detroit last November. Police didn't find any evidence, she said, when they searched the Southfield woman's home.
So you didn't find a gun, correct?
No gun.
You didn't find bullets, right?
No bullets.
You didn't find a detailed plan, correct?
That's correct.
You saw no clothing that was of interest, correct?
That's correct.
Shoes with any blood splatter, correct?
That's correct.
Prosecutors allege on her way home from work, Brantley, who was involved with the father of Arnold's baby, lured the pregnant 20-year-old to the intersection of Pilgrim and Bentler, where they argued over the pregnancy. Brantley's defense was derailed when a witness testified he looked out the window and saw a woman who resembled Brantley shoot another, not once, but 3 separate times.
They shot the person again.
After this happens, what's the next thing that you're
Car rolled up the street. I noticed the person hide behind the truck And after the car pulled off, it came from behind the truck and kneeled down over the person and shot him again.
On top of that, detectives who interrogated Brantley claim during each line of questioning, her story changed, pointing to the tapes of 3 different interviews.
She lies about not being there, and then she is there, and then she's in her boyfriend's car, but then she's in her car, and then she may have picked him up and brought him over there and may have driven him away in his car, her car, because it's so convoluted. Her statement has so many holes.
With all of that, the judge felt there was enough evidence to send Brantley to trial.
She's involved. And to what degree she's involved, I don't have to make that determination. I just have to make a determination by probable cause that she's involved. And her hands are all over this.
My kids were asked, where's Auntie KaBria? I didn't know how to explain to them where she was.
The pain's still raw for Paige Arnold 4 years after the murder of her sister, her best friend. KaBria Arnold, the 20-year-old, was pregnant with her first baby when she was gunned down on Detroit's West Side in November of 2019.
KaBria will be deeply missed. Her spirit, her energy. Not a day goes by. Not a day goes by that we all do not think about her or miss her presence.
The accused killer, Gabrielle Brantley, she was involved with KaBria's ex-boyfriend, and it's alleged she shot and killed KaBria and her unborn baby. KaBria's body left lifeless in the street. Brantley was found guilty of first-degree murder.
We miss our nephew was supposed to be here. My son doesn't have his cousin to play with.
KaBria's sister Tiffany reading a statement from their father Kirk.
I would love to have more grandkids. We love being a part of KaBria's world and expected for her to have a full and happy life. But now the closest we can get to her is just to visit her grave every day.
KaBria had been an accomplished athlete who aspired to be a nurse. She was excited to become a mom. All of it, they say, taken away by Gabrielle Brantley.
No punishment that you receive will ever compare to the pain and torture that you have inflicted upon us. There is no real justice, only incarceration for a sick individual monster.
A woman who claims she didn't do it, that she and KaBria had been friends.
KaBria and I, we hung out a lot. We went bowling, skating, to the movies, out to eat. I am a lot of things, but a murderer I am not.
But a judge and jury say that's exactly what she is.
As far as this point is concerned, the jury got it right, and you're going to get every day that you deserve. So one count of murder in the first degree, the court is going to sentence you to serve life without parole.
A life sentence for 2 lives lost and loved ones whose lives will never be the same.
Hello, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I also hope you leave your comments down within the section below. Here we have a story in regards to a young lady by the name of KaBria Arnold. And KaBria's life, sadly, was taken by the hands of Brantley. And at the time of her demise, KaBria was also pregnant. Her family stated that there should not have been a love triangle because KaBria was done with her ex and was continuously trying to distance herself from him. Brantley also stated in a statement that her and KaBria were friends. However, my thing is, what kind of friend are you? Because when they began to question you, you came up with multiple different stories to tell the authorities, which kind of placed you in a web. You were in a web that you couldn't get out of. This is sad. This is definitely unfortunate because, in my opinion, Brantley is the one that's taking the fall for this entire situation. And it is my belief that someone else was involved. Even the eyewitness stated that someone that looked like Brantley kneeled at the back of the car. Then they fired off 2 more rounds. And then that's when a car came around the corner. They got in the car and fled the scene. And to me, it appeared that someone else was involved. And I'm wondering, did she get the help of someone else, a close friend? Or was it the ex that was involved in this entire situation? Well, the authorities stated that the ex appeared to be telling the truth when it came to his story, and they let him go. They're not even mentioning his name. You can't even find his name throughout this entire investigation. I don't know, you guys. She stated that they were friends. She's sticking to her guns, stating that she didn't have anything to do with it. But in my opinion, she knows something, or she knows who was involved, and she's choosing to keep it close to the chest. So therefore, go ahead, ma'am, and do that time. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this entire situation? Do you think that the ex was involved? Do you think that she was involved? Do you think she was not involved? And I do know sometimes eyewitnesses could definitely convict the wrong person. We have seen so many cases in regards to that. However, when she made a statement and kind of aligned herself there to be on the scene and stated it wasn't her, now you have now stamped yourself in that particular area, and you should have got to talking. Again, you guys, what are your thoughts in regards to this entire situation? I would like to know your comments down in the section below. And until the next video, you guys, I hope everyone stays safe and take care.